Hello, lovely fifth graders. Today's problem is a continuation of our lesson on fractions, so let's get into it. Our problem reads, Xander has been collecting Pokemon cards for 2 years. He only collects Pokemon cards with one of the following 4 elemental attributes: fire, water, electric, or metal. Note, each Pokemon can only have one of these attributes. Of all of his cards, 2/7 of them are fire, and 1/5 of the remaining cards are metal. The rest of his collection are cards with water or electric Pokemon attributes. His 15 water cards are 1/11 of the number of electric cards he owns. The question we need to figure out are how many of each type of Pokemon cards does Xander own, and how many cards total are there in his collection. As you can see, I've highlighted specific parts of the problem that are important we pull out and examine. From the problem, we understand that one card can only have one of the attributes fire, metal, water, or electric. We know that 2/7 of the total amount of cards are fire, 1/5 of the remaining cards are metal. 15 water cards is equal to 1/11 of the number of electric cards he owns. To begin this problem, we are going to use a fraction strip to demonstrate the number of equal parts of the cards. So we understand that there are 7 equal parts. It's really important we use different colors to represent fire, metal, water, and electric, so we can keep our parts and different numbers apart. So to start off this problem, I'm going to shade in 2/7 of the total cards, which equal fire. As you can see, we have 2 of the 7 parts shaded red because that's the amount of fire cards that Xander owns. The next part of the problem tells us that 1/5 of the remaining cards are metal, so I'm going to shade in 1 box of the 5. The next part of the problem tells us that 15 water cards is equal to 1/11 of the number of electric cards he owns. So to partition this, we are going to partition our 7ths into 12 equal thirds. Here you can see I have partitioned the rest of my 7th into 12 equal thirds, so let's count them out together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The next part of the problem, we are needing to shade 1/3 of these boxes blue to represent the number of water. The reason we have 12 boxes here instead of 11 is because the 1 water box is equal to 1/11 of the electric cards. So the 1 water box is not a part of the 11/11ths. The water card is separate. It is just equal to the 1/11. The next part of the problem, we are needing to shade 11/11ths of the number of electric card he owns. Okay, now we see that our entire fraction strip is shaded in, but there's a problem. Not all the parts are equal. So to fix that, we need to partition the rest of these boxes into thirds like we did for the water and the electric. Okay, much better. Now we can see that our entire fraction strip is partitioned into equal parts. Now we're going to revert back to the original problem, which said we had 15 water cards. So when we look at this blue section right here, that is going to represent 15 cards. Okay, now that we understand that each one of these little sections equal 15 cards, we're going to start with our fire section to understand how many total cards we have. So, as you can see, we have 6 1/3 of the fire. So, we are going to multiply 15 by 6 to equal 90 cards of fire. Moving on to our metal section, we see we have 3 sections of 15. So we are going to multiply 15 by 3 to equal 45 cards. Lastly, we have 11 sections of 15, which is going to get us the number of electric cards. So we are going to multiply 15 by the number of cards we have for electric, which is 11, and it's going to equal 165 electric cards. Okay, we have figured out the answer to the first question of how many of each type of Pokemon card does Xander own. As you can see, we have 90 fire cards, 45 metal cards, 15 water cards, and 165 electric cards. The last part of this problem, we need to add each of the 4 attribute cards together to find the total amount of cards in Xander's collection. As we can see, Xander owns 315 total cards of Pokemon. Thank you, 5th graders, for listening to our fraction problem, and let me know if you have any questions.